wipe away all tears.
A close study of the tributes paid to the memory of Deaconess Betsy Ikpeazu, the late mother of Governor Okezie Victor Ikpeazu of Abia State, who joined the Saint Triumphant recently, gives a vivid picture of the kind of person she was during her entire sojourn in these parts that spanned a whole 87 years. The late Madam Betsy Ikpeazu was a registered nurse who retired as a matron in 1994. She once served as a nurse supervisor for the Motherless Babies Home of the Adventist Hospital, Abia, before setting up her own maternity home and clinic in the home place of her husband, Obiakwa, in Obingwa local government area of Abia State. Here she saved many lives and delivered thousands of babies for little or no change. Madam Betsy Ikpeazu touched many lives, both within the family, the church, workplace, and the community. Through Madam Betsy Ikpeazu's generosity, many orphans, widows, and the less privileged found a home in her home. The late Madam Betsy Ikpeazu's usual refrain is that, quote, "I have many children, and they are scattered all over the world. I didn't know all of them, but whenever God brings them into my life, I'm a mother to all of them," unquote. Madam Betsy Ikpeazu was blessed with 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter, among them Governor Okezie Victor Ikpeazu, who gave a very touching tribute to his darling mother, tagged Passage of an Angel. Governor Victor Okezie Ikpeazu said his mother filled all his void as a healer, counselor, spiritual and temporal warrior. Continuing, Governor Ikpeazu said his mother came in as a simple vessel, acquired everything and conquered all with loving kindness. There's no gainsaying the fact that Governor Okezie Ikpeazu and his late mother shared a very special bond. This is why he teamed up with his siblings and the enlarged Ikpeazu and Nwagu families from Umuabiakwa and Umuafo villages in Obingwa local government area of Abia State to give their most beloved mother a befitting burial. In fact, the entire nation joined in the celebration of life well spent of a rare gem, a philanthropist without boundaries, through her beloved son, Governor Okezie Victor Ikpeazu, whom she went out of her way to give a very sound educational grounding that properly positioned him to become the very first person of Ngwa extraction to be governor of Abia State today. From President Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Senate President Bukola Saraki, Speaker Honorable Yakubu Dogara, and indeed governors, ministers, religious, political, business, economic leaders from all parts of Nigeria and beyond. It's been glowing tributes to the kind legacies of Madam Betsy Ikpeazu. The series of events to bid Madam Betsy Ikpeazu a final farewell began with a service of songs and wake keep. This took place at Camp Windy in Umuabiakwa, Abia State, on Thursday, 28th of January 2016. Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, his wife, siblings, family members were hugely supported by friends of the family from different parts of the country and beyond. Among them were Governor Ayo Fayose of Ekiti State, Senator Enyinnaya Baribe from Abia State, former Senate President Adolphus Wabara, Senator Mao Ohwabunwa, and other prominent figures from Abia State. It was an evening that featured tributes and songs rendered by different choir groups from the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Oh, my soul, praise Him, for He is thy health and salvation. All ye who hear, now to His temple draw near, join ye in glad adoration. Praise to the Lord who o'er all things so wondrously reigneth, shielded thee under His wings, ye so. God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Friday, the 29th of January 2016, the date set aside for the special Thanksgiving service for Deaconess Betsy, Ikpeazu, witnessed an unprecedented assemblage of personalities from all walks of life, transcending politics, religion, and ethnic backgrounds. They all came to pay a well-deserved respect to a woman who served God religiously till her very last days on earth. Former Governor of Abia State, Senator T.A. Ojan's wife, led the dignitary list. Other attendees included governors of Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Ebonyi, Imo, who are Governor Ayo Fayose of Ekiti State, as well as wives of the Governor of Delta State and Inspector General of Police. The wife of the President, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, was represented by the wife of Imo State Governor, Mrs. Nkechinyere Noma Rochas Okorocha, in her capacity as chairperson of Wives of Governors of Southern part of Nigeria. Deputy Senate President Ikpeazu led the list of members of the National Assembly from both chambers at the Thanksgiving service for Madam Betsy Ikpeazu. Chief Emmanuel Iwayan, Prince Arthur Eze, former Governor Chukwuemeka Ezife were joined by other past governors and public office holders. This Thanksgiving service is conducted by a very high-powered delegation of the Seventh-day Adventist Church from the Eastern Nigeria Union Conference, with leading clerics of the church from other parts of the country in attendance as well. The Thanksgiving service, which was conducted strictly in the way of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, featured scripture reading, congregational hymnal singing, and rendition of special songs by the Omiobekwa District Choir and the EAC Conference Choir. The biography of Madam Betsy Ikpeazu was read at the church. Next were goodwill messages delivered by the governor colleagues of the chief mourner, Abia State Governor Okezie Victor Ikpeazu. Deputy Senate President Ikpeazu kept the goodwill messages. In their various remarks, they all condoled with the Ikpeazu family and the people of Abia State on the exit of a great woman. They urged Governor Victor Okezie Ikpeazu, his siblings, and other family members to endeavor to keep the worthy legacies of their mother alive in their words and deeds henceforth.
Their mother. I stand here on behalf of Her Excellency, the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a great woman, a mother in Israel. She would have loved to be here to condole not just with the family of Ikpeazu, but the entire Abia State people. But for a stringencies of duties, she could not make it. And she has asked me and my sisters that are here, the wife of the governor of Enugu State and none of Edo State, to come and make sure that our sister, the wife of the governor of Abia State, is not alone in this time of their great loss.
The night is so dark. It is only your sweet mother that you will not to leave you out to ease yourself. It is God that stands for you when you're back from school. There's no food. It is mama that will be back from the market and she'll be struggling to put food on the table. If there was one thing I would ask of God, that mothers should die no more. Mothers mean everything to us all. At this moment of grief, the loss of a mother, Dr. Ikpeazu, I know it's painful.
But this your mother died at the right time. As a sitting governor, your mother passes on. I want to commit you and your family in the hands of the Most High God and pray that this woman will remain an inspiration for you and children you will born. God bless you. Thank you very much.
The only thing we can actually say to our dear brother and the entire family and the people of Greater Abia State is we urge you to be consoled by the fact that she lived a life of selfless service. We tried to create time to go through how Mama touched lives. As a registered nurse, your mother, in the true spirit of Florence Nightingale, worked selflessly, saved many lives that would otherwise have been lost. No wonder why she stayed that long. Because once you touch people's life, you're actually saving your own life as well.
I know that his biological mother is gone. But I know that that mother is our corporate mother. By the time Dr. Ikpeazu became the governor of the state, the mother became the mother of the state. We mourned her. She lived a very good life, and normally we expect to live up to that expectation, but not every person has that gift to live up to that age. It is now our responsibility, all women in Abia and beyond. You are now the mother of Dr. Ikpeazu. You wouldn't be crying at the hand of anyone. All of you are mothers to him. What we owe him is solidarity. What we owe him is support, because he has started very, very well.
I want to assure you that mommy saw her better days and she was satisfied and the Lord called her. So I want to say to you, be consoled. The loss of a mother is a very serious matter. But we have faith in the Lord and the word of God. Now one day, when the last trumpet shall sound, we shall all gather again, and so we shall see Mama again. My dear brother, be consoled. God bless you, and the great city of Abia State, God will continue to lift you.
I believe that a lot has happened with our coming as governor. And the greatest thing you can do for your mother, the greatest legacy, is for you to deliver your promises. You told Abia State to change their lives, to meet their goals and aspirations, and ensure that add value to the system. We know the people of Abia as hard-working people, very enterprising. All they can do is to galvanize those potentials for greater achievement. And we believe that at the end, we shall be well for Abia State. God bless you all.
In the sermon preached by Reverend Dr. Betsy, who is the president of the Eastern Nigeria Union Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, he also condoled with the Ikpeazus over the sad loss of their departed mother, whom he said was not only loved by the Umuabiakwa community, but Abia State in general for her benevolent nature. He urged the siblings and other family members to please continue from where she stopped. The officiating minister congratulated Governor Victor Ikpeazu for embarking on massive infrastructural development of all sectors of Abia State since he assumed office. He urged them to sustain the momentum of development of the state.
And that's why the governor of Abia State does not need to bother, because the signal, the glory of Jehovah is upon him. Why didn't this woman die 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 5 years ago? She only died when she lived and saw the son became the governor of Abia State. After a few months, she blessed this man and said, God, you have done it. What else? I can go to rest. Can I hear you shout, hallelujah?
In it, Governor Victor Ikpeazu recounted the the enduring virtues of honesty, patience, love, and straightforwardness he imbibed from his loving mother, which have successfully guided him to his present point today. He ended by praying that God will grant the one he calls an angel eternal rest in his bosom.
I want to thank each and every one of you for finding time to come. Since yesterday, God has laid in my heart to speak these prayers to you. For those of us whose mothers are still alive, it is our prayer that she will continue to live happily in Jesus' name. But for those that have welcomed me into the club of the motherless, I pray that God will continue to console us as we trudge on in our life journey till our own time comes. With these words, I thank you very much for coming. I will be undermining what my heart speaks or tells me to say if I claim that word of mouth will be sufficient to thank you for this gesture.
As the congregation dispersed, the closing hymn was rendered, which led Governor Ikpeazu, his siblings, and other family members to the graveside. Here, a service was conducted before Madam Ikpeazu was interred. At the reception that followed at Camp Windy in Umuobiakwa in the Obingwa local government area of Abia State, the home place of Governor Victor Okezie Ikpeazu, more dignitaries showed up to condole with him and his family members. They include Governors Ifeanyi Chukwu Ugwuanyi of Enugu State, Waziri Tambuwal of Sokoto State, former Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, Minister of Labor and Productivity Senator Chris Ngige, and other political heavyweights from virtually all political parties. Also joined in Secretary to the State Government and Deputy Governor to play the perfect host all through. Governor Okezie Ikpeazu went round the hall to pay a well-deserved homage and thank you to all those who had come to share with them, amidst dancing and singing. In fact, in what looked like celebration fast-tracked in keen anticipation of the final Supreme Court verdict on the election that brought him to office, Governor Ikpeazu's upbeat mood, which he demonstrated through hearty dancing, was taken a notch higher by everyone as dancing and jubilation took center stage. The final outing service in remembrance of the passage of Madam Betsy Ikpeazu took place at the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Umuobiakwa, in the Obingwa local government area of Abia State. This was on Sunday, the 31st of January 2016. Governor Okezie Victor Ikpeazu, his siblings and family members were joined by friends of the family from within and beyond the country. Former Governor Theodore Orji of Abia State and his wife, Mrs. Mercy Orji, headlined the dignitary list. Abia State Deputy Governor, the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and other principal officers of the Executive, Legislature, and the Judiciary joined members of the Abia State Traditional Institution at the church service. The choir of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Umuabiakwa, rendered the opening song. The main feature of the service was a special Thanksgiving session where all members of the Ikpeazu family were joined by their friends to pray to God for the success of the final burial of their mother. In his remarks, which he rendered in his typical dialect, Governor Ikpeazu, who spoke on behalf of all other siblings and family members, thanked all those who had worked assiduously for the success of the grand burial of their mother. He prayed that God will guide them safely as they return to their various destinations. In the sermon preached at the service, the Christian life and philanthropic disposition of Madam Betsy Ikpeazu was revisited, and the children and others were urged to do their very best to see that the legacy lives.
My brothers and my sisters, here, Jesus is giving you an open check to draw from his boundless, unlimited, infinite store of power, immeasurable grace, riches, favor, health, peace, success. How do you feel your check? The check is in your hand. Do you want victory? He will give you victory. Do you want power, victory over sin? He will give you power to overcome sin. Do you want victory over your challenges? He will take care of your challenges.
Again, the Ikpeazu family were prayed for before the service wound up.